What is the best movie prop out there in the world?
Oh.
If you think of all the movies and all the really rad stuff we've seen, like what would be the grail in your collect if you could have one?
The Winifred Sanderson statue.
From what is that?
From Hocus Pocus.
Huh.
Oh, after she's been turned into stone?
Yeah. It's at Planet Hollywood in Florida.
I
know exactly where it is.
You think that
I
they
can
could
go
mold
get
that
it.
thing and make
Right?
sell those for
Yeah.
people's gardens or something?
Yeah.
You know, there's weirdos out there that would do it.
Yeah.
If I could get a water,
I'm one
like
of those weirdos.
if I could get a fountain in my backyard with Jack and Sally on, you
Oh
know,
my God,
that would
right?
be killer. You know, with like a green light in it to make the thing look like slime instead
Yeah.
of water.
Or replica of the fountain in the town.
StarTrek.com has an actual medical tricorder for sale from the show, like a show set quality, and
Nice.
it's $800. And I'm really trying not to pull trigger on that thing because if it was an engineering one, I wouldn't have even thought about it.
Yeah.
I need Data's tricorder though. So hopefully I'm going to pass on that, but hopefully somewhere down the line they'll just do a straight engineering Type 7 tricorder from next gen.
Well, better get it quick, because, man, the collecting community is going nuts over this stupid
The last
shit that's
Starfighter
going on.
arcade cabinet.
Nice. Was that actually a game or was that just? I think it was just a prop for the movie, wasn't it?
It was just a prop and a thing that they scripted out. They actually there was work done on a game,
Right.
but it started becoming so expensive.
That IP has been bought too. They're trying to do a
Really?
sequel. Yeah, there will be a sequel in the next year or two for Last Starfighter.
God, I hope they do it right.
Yeah,
It's hard to
that's
say.
Josh's favorite movie.
It really is. I've written like 3 different fan sequels.
I haven't read those yet.
I
You
have
haven't
a,
shown
I have
me
it. You know
those.
what? I need to go dig that out and give it to you because I've got like an extra medium Last Starfighter T-shirt. Like it's for the video game cabinet.
Nice.
I can't remember. I think I got it at Scares the Cares a few years ago, but it was an awesome shirt. But I've become a lard ass, and it does not fit me anymore.
Yeah,
I'm
his
fat
shirt-
shaming myself.
His
It's
shirt
okay.
is worn out.
I've had a few of the one I outgrew, so now Allie has it.
Yep.
Another one I got, and I must have gotten a defective one because the symbol is just completely knocked off.
Right.
Like there's just a faint.
Like
line.
it started looking distressed, and now it's really distressed.
Now it's like, what's that from?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yep. Which sucks because it's a raglan baseball shirt.
I would
So
love
it's
to have
really
an identity
nice.
disc, but I guess that's just a
Oh, yeah.
frisbee.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
it
I
would
have
glow. It would
I have a
glow.
toy from
That's the key
Legacy.
thing. It would have to
I've
glow.
got all of the discs from Legacy.
Yeah, I have I think I have Kevin Flynn's and I have Sam Flynn's.
I have Flynn's, I have Sam's, and then I have 2 of Rinsler's.
Yep.
So
Well,
2 of
you have
Tron's.
the white ones too.
The white one is Kevin's.
Oh, that's right.
That's
right.
Flynn's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin Flynn, the
Yep.
god of the grid, so to speak.
Yep.
Because you had to have 2.
I'd love to have
Yes.
a pistol from V. That would be pretty rad.
Oh.
One of those red shirt,
Yeah.
weird alien guys. If I could get the
Yeah.
glasses and the gun, that would be pretty rad. I've always wanted that jumpsuit too.
The holster would be super easy because they just took the laser tag pistol
Oh, yeah.
holster.
Yeah, that's straight up. They just called
That was
Worlds
one
of
of the-
Wonder. And,
yeah.
The one I've always wanted since I was a kid, Orin.
Oh, from Neverending Story. Yeah.
Story, Orin.
You haven't seen anybody selling those at like a con or anything?
I've
3D
seen
printed?
them, yeah. I just have never.
I mean, if we're
gotten
dreaming
it.
big, I would just say I'd like the Southern Oracle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what? Our tax would be pretty rad in the backyard.
Big old Sphinx titties in the backyard.
I was gonna say, yeah. You have like
2
a
pairs of Sphinx
backyard
titties in the
Yeah,
backyard,
yeah.
man. Always staring you down. You get blasted for checking them out. It's like
Yep.
an eclipse. Betray you. You got to just take a quick peek and then look away.
Yep.
2 sets, 2 titties.
That's 4 titties for
That's
the
4
price of
titties.
1, man. Good idea.
That's called economics.
And that's a good throwback to our trauma episode right here in the archive.
Yeah.
Go in there and check it out where we talk about childhood traumas, and Neverending Story was right on the top of that
Yep.
list.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually one of our most popular episodes still.
Yeah, I've actually I meant to tell you our numbers on the episodes have like been like a steady climb. We're our average number of listeners has gone up,
No, well,
Didn't we
again,
have
thank you out
25
there
the last
for
time?
listening to our bullshit.
and people are going back and listening to the longer episodes
Oh,
now.
nice.
So those are bumping up the list.
That's
again. So it's
cool.
like, that's awesome. That's
Thank
awesome.
you guys.
Thanks, everybody. I mean,
you.
we're full of
Thank you
shit,
so
but
much.
we certainly appreciate you joining in. Again, the quest for the first guest continues. I've had many people offer online. They all want to do it, but everybody wants to do it on a computer. And I'm like, no, you got to be here at
Yep.
the John Radisson. That's one of them.
Yep.
One stipulation, you have to come in. A lot of people are telling me we need to like harass Ming Chen to come down here.
I was
going
gonna
to
say because Magic City Con's happening, and
Right,
he's probably gonna show up.
Oh,
so.
he's already been announced. He's a guest.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so-
I mean, get him down
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
an
Ming Chen would be a
afternoon.
fun one because he likes a good speakeasy anyway, and well,
Yeah.
I kind of have my own. So,
Yep.
Kirk Enterprise, War Eagle,
Changing it up.
changing
Okay,
it up,
okay.
man. Somebody's gonna get pissed. Oh, I thought you were a Tide fan, you fucking poser. I'm like, no, my daughter graduated from Auburn, so eat me. Anyway, movie props that would
Yeah.
be cool. Yeah, sets of titties that would be cool. The Sphinx,
Yeah.
the Oracle, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, Artax tied up in the backyard in a little puddle of mud. would be
Have like a horse head just sticking out of a garden.
I've seen little kids doing
I
that
really
at
kind of
cons.
want to do that now.
With the
They would get like a white stick horse pony, like
Uh-huh.
a head, like those little riding,
Yeah.
the little pole with a horse on it. And they would make like a skateboard with like a little bog on it with the head on it. And they would dress their kid
Oh,
like
yeah,
a tree
at
and have them
cons, I've
dragging it
seen them,
around
yeah.
oh
cons.
my god.
yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, that's messed
Yeah,
up.
they did that Dragon Con the first time. That
That's
was
so
at
messed
Dragon
up.
Con. Somebody
Which is
did that,
amazing.
and it went viral.
It
So,
is
yeah.
amazing. That's pretty good.
I mean, that would be something to put in the garden.
If I could have any costume, I think I'd want the Hamburglar from McDonald's. Actually, no, I take that back. I want Mayor McCheese
I
so
was
you
about
can
to
wear
say
that
Mayor
giant head.
McCheese. Yeah.
That giant cheeseburger head.
That was dipping into nostalgia a little bit. That was like my favorite thing in the McDonald's playground.
Yes, it was.
climbing
the,
up
Yep.
into
the
Mayor
Mayor
McCheese's
McCheese
head.
jail cell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, good luck getting and finding one of those still intact.
Right.
no.
Yeah. No.
There we go.
If
There's
anybody
a
out there
nostalgia
knows of an OG McDonald's Playland with the cast iron like metal like
Slides
slides
Yeah.
and all that shit that would
Scorch
burn your
your
ass,
ass,
yeah.
Yep.
Please contact us here on the show. We'll take a road trip just so we could get Josh to climb up into that Mayor McCheese head.
Yep. It took me a long time as a kid to actually make it up into that thing.
It would be a shimmy and a squeeze for me now.
Dude,
Yeah,
wouldn't it
it
be
would.
fucking great if he got stuck in there and they had to cut him out of the Mayor McCheese head? I would pay fucking
I
a
might be
million
able to
pesos
fit.
to see that, man.
I might be able to fit.
Now I go to shows and stuff all the time. There are people like that, like they'll put me up in an Airbnb or something. They'll be like, "Oh, there's like a little tiny bed up there. You should get up there and take a picture." I'm like, "Okay, I'm in." And one dude had like a Mini Cooper, like the little small one from the anime show. It's oh shit, what's his name? Anyway, it's a little yellow car, and they were like, "I bet you couldn't fit in there." I'm like, "I bet I can."
What is that, Lupin?
Lupin, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, the guy had his actual little miniature Cooper
That's
car,
awesome.
and my head was sticking like that much out of the sunroof. Just
You stole my water.
Yes, I did.
you sank my battleship.
Yeah.
Movie props, proton pack, obviously would be.
Yeah.
up
You've
in
already
there.
got that,
I have
though.
one of those. Well, I mean, just in
You
general.
have that, and you have a freaking Captain America shield. I don't want to hear shit from you.
That is true. We did Bogart one of those too, and it is in a very safe space.
Yep.
Now, all my Guardian stuff that they either A gave to me or we ripped off, it is also in a nice hidden spot too. But let's see, I have Ric Flair championship belt. That was a must-have. I had to have one of those too. Everybody needs a fucking wrestling championship title.
I have a lot of like replicas, and now I can't think of any of the ones that I have. I do have a lot though.
You have a like you made from scratch Hellraiser cube.
Yes, I do. Somewhere.
Well, that's kind of rad.
A lament configuration.
It
yeah.
does look actually really good. I'm actually really proud of it. Yeah, I made it with cardboard, hot glue. It's basically just a chunk of hot glue. And I meticulously carved it so it was all straight. And then I did I cut the designs out by hand, by the way, with an X-Acto knife. And
I had a 3D
yeah.
printed one. I gave it to Doug Bradley. I think, and I got a picture with Doug with it, and he thought it looked really good. A buddy of mine made it for me.
nice.
I don't know what I've done with it. I used to take it to work and leave it on the counter, and people would just get completely irked out. Like, I'm not a superstitious person, but fuck that thing. I'm like, yeah. Oh, you know what that is? And they're like, yeah. Here, you want to play with it? Fuck no.
Hey,
I'm not taking any
Where did we
chances.
put that? I know it's somewhere.
It's made out of glue. You put it in the garage, it melted into a puddle of shit.
Yeah, right.
They do have a company online. I've seen them where they make actual mahogany wood boxes with gold etching.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, they're sweet. And I was like, I've been wanting one of those too. But unless it pops open and I can at least...
Yeah,
I don't
you got to be able to freak someone out with it.
Right?
Well, in the movie, you know, all they had a little box and they put it on a counter. And they had a pole underneath the table, and they just push up, twist it, and pull it back down. And
and they'd have like 7 different ones for the different maneuvers it had to be able to do.
Right, and it's just stop motion at that point. Flip it, move the next cube, do it again, do it again, do it again. Then you got your full Transformer cube.
Yeah.
Low-tech Lacey filmmaking. You gotta love indie horror films, man, coming up with shit.
Yep. But I know there's that. I know I've got, like...
Freddy's glove would be pretty rad.
Freddy's glove would be pretty cool. Yeah.
A gremlin.
A gremlin.
Right.
Gremlin.
We can get one from Sideshow.
Or, Blade.
The sword or the
Puppet Master? Puppet Master.
Oh, they made those.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I almost bought those.
They have
I wanted
action
to, but they were
figures
NECA,
right
I
now,
think,
too.
and I don't buy NECA.
Yeah, they're
shit.
NECA.
I don't buy NECA anything.
Yep.
They can't be played with.
Yeah. You gotta take
I had a friend that had broke both the arms off of one of his figures, and he contacted their customer service, and they actually had the balls to say that you're not supposed to take them out of the box. That those are for adult collectors, and they're not meant to be played with. That's your fault, and we're not giving you a refund or sending you another one. I was like, that's shit.
If they're not meant to be taken out of the box, why'd you make the box openable?
Yeah, why'd you make them articulated?
They're not. They only have 5-point articulation at best. I mean, shoulders and and hips, and that's about it. And head can turn left and right. But yeah, I want to, if I'm going to get something and it's going to be like $30 or $40, I want to pull it out of the box and pose them and make them look dope on a shelf.
Hell yeah.
In NECA, you just can't do that. I'm sorry.
You know, you got a guest coming over, you hide it underneath their bed.
Sure.
We're doing the little crawl.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Lightsaber obviously would fit in the category of amazing movie props.
It has to work.
I mean, I've got a baby.
I feel like that's... It doesn't have to be dangerous, but it's got to
we have several. We have several.
I got some of
them.
those elusive concepts ones from years ago. Master Replicas.
Yeah. I have the Darth Maul. One of the halves of the Darth Maul.
I have the pre-Hasbro Disney.
Yeah. Well, there's the design that Disney Imagineers developed.
Yeah, that'll retract the blade.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll actually like.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. Yeah. I mean, we've all seen videos of it, but again.
Yeah.
Until I see one in my hand, and they're gonna want some astronomical fucking car.
Oh no, absolutely.
It'd be like $3,000 to have one. It's like, no, I could buy a fucking car for $3,000.
Are you kidding me? I've been wanting the Ventress sabers, and now I can't get them anymore. But even so, they wanted like what?
They re-release them every couple of years, and with her popping
talking about the ones that you could actually fight and fence with. Yeah, those things were cool. They weren't quite spot on like the movies, though. They were a little thinner and gimpier, but I mean, it's the fact that you could actually fence with them was pretty rad.
Yeah. We've got a couple that we've customized. We've got a couple of custom sabers that we can actually fight with. The Darth Maul Master Replicas you cannot fight with. We learned that the hard way.
No.
Well, not from the like. So I modded it out, the Master Replica one, so I could fit in
one of the blades,
combat blade. And there's a weakness in the metal.
And your mod is shit, apparently.
Yep. Is it still in 2 pieces? We haven't glued it together yet,
we
have we?
You bought the Darth Maul like double blade saber and
only one side.
Only one.
Right.
Because everybody wanted too much for the other one.
Yeah. But someone online was selling just a single one for like nothing. So I was like,
right, because
they were planning to do the exact same thing I did.
Right.
They just didn't do it.
So they were.
I always wanted to mod one of those with like a wire or something up the blade. That way you could turn it into a taser or a stun gun type thing. Like, there's got to be a way you could modify the hilt to put a small stun gun in there and put the guide wire up the thing. So when you hit somebody with it, you would like fry them.
Ow.
Which would be fun.
It does feel like there's got to be a way to pull that off.
That's like an Adam Savage Mythbusters type thing. Can you turn a lightsaber toy into a stun gun?
He lives nearby, kind of.
Does he? Where does he live?
He lives in Atlanta, I think.
Does he really?
I think so.
When I have short hair, I used to get people at cons asking me if I was Adam Savage. I had T-shirts for a while too. They said, "No, I'm not Adam Savage." But for another $40, I will sign it that way if that's what you want.
Right.
Nice. Nice.
I had really short hair. I don't think I've had a haircut since I got married.
Yeah, I mean,
that was 2020.
Yeah.
So
you got 5 years of growth?
Yeah. I mean, I just cut it today. Kinda.
Trimmed.
Yeah. You got to edge yourself up every once in a while.
Up.
Yeah.
Tight, high and tight, so to speak. Got to look clean.
Yep.
I was going to cut it off, but I got a movie this summer, and they were like, no, you got to keep your long hair. I guess the devil has to have long hair.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Clearly.
I feel like that's,
Yeah.
I mean, if it gets much longer, that's going to go start that Lord Elrond thing from Lord of the Rings, where it's just receded back all the way, but it's a nice ponytail.
Tell me, where is Gandalf?
Tell me, where's Gandalf? I so wish to speak with him. Any Lord of the Rings shit you would want? I mean, obviously,
Even Star.
Aragorn's sword would be like on that list. I'm sure.
We've got Strider's sword.
I've got Strider. That was the one I wanted
the most.
that existed at the time.
I know a lot of the nerds want Eowyn's sword.
I mean, I wouldn't mind, Narsil, the shards of Narsil, as opposed to having the
They did
full
make
Andoril.
those. They have if you ever go to Gatlinburg, our favorite place on the show,
Yeah, there's a store.
there's a Rocky Mountain Edge cutlery up
yeah,
there, and they did make all that
Yep.
shit. And they don't offer them anymore, but if you've got nerds out there, why wouldn't you be cranking these things out, man?
Right?
Unless they're licensed ended, I guess, and they can't.
Glamdring.
Probably.
Galadriel sword.
Badass sword. You know the one from Rings of Power, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Gimli's little double axes. That'd be kind of rad. His little hand axes. I don't know, man. There's just not like.
They just did such.
Yeah,
I mean, I
There's
love
not
Lord of the
into,
Rings,
but-
but I just wasn't into it. Like if I had a choice, where it's like, is it
I had Sting
Sword,
at one point, but I lost
Shards
it
of
when I
Narsil
moved.
or a proton pack? I'm like, no, I'm a proton pack every
Yeah.
time.
But yeah, we've got Strider sword hanging up in our room.
Yeah, I mean, I was really heavy into it, and I still enjoy it,
Yeah.
but it's not, I've prioritized in my old age.
Yeah.
You know?
Again, yeah, if it's in tubs or in totes or you can't see it, then get rid of it.
Yeah.
Once like I said, I'm rounding 50 in the next year or so, so I'm like, it doesn't matter anymore. I don't need this.
Yeah, that's where I'm getting a lot of my stuff. I'm starting, if it's in a tub or whatever, it's like we need to get the room away. Like,
So you bring it over here.
Sometimes, yeah.
A lot
Yeah.
of times, sure.
Yeah. Yeah,
Then some of that stuff has moved on to somewhere else.
I gotta clean up the firehouse that we've got so we can sell that.
Ghostbuster Firehouse.
Yeah.
The OG
That
one.
may not be sold.
You're thinking about not selling it?
I mean, that's why it's been sitting where it is.
Oh. You're trying to debate it.
I'm
Talk
thinking I
yourself
may
out
hang
of
on to it, yeah. I mean, that was like, as a kid, like, that was... It didn't matter
That
what
was
the
the
fuck
thing
I
to
was
play
playing.
with, yeah.
Yeah, even the Joes were hanging out in the
Yeah,
firehouse.
The
The He-Man
Joes,
was
Power
hanging out.
Rangers,
Yeah.
He-Man,
All of them
Skeletor,
were hanging out in the fire.
Thunderhawk.
And what was cool, if you had that bucket of slime, you could put it in the roof.
Silverhawks, yeah.
You could drop the slime from the roof all the way to the bottom floor. That shit was awesome.
It was. My mom took the slime away from me.
Yeah, because it's on the carpet.
Yes.
That's exactly
it's
what
gonna
every
stain
mom
the
said.
carpet. Yeah.
No, it'll fucking ruin the carpet.
Well,
She
that
was not
and
wrong.
Play-Doh.
And what's really
she
dumb...
was not wrong. It
what's-
definitely stained the carpet.
What's really dumb is they did that shit with the snake pit from Masters of the Universe. The slime
Yeah,
pit.
yeah.
And every parent took the slime away, so the thing was kind of useless after that.
Yep.
It was just like, eh.
Yep. It's like, why even have that feature then?
Right.
But I mean, it's like, I get it, because I remember when my brother was little and he was like 6, maybe 5 or 6, and they got Play-Doh for him, and he decided to play with it in his bedroom, and it got into the carpet, and so there were chunks of dried Play-Doh all in the carpet for years
There went
after.
that security deposit.
Well, we kind of owned the house, and then...
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the apartment.
No, not the apartment.
Okay.
No.
Oh,
I'm
fuck,
talking about
And that's
the
another-
house in Rhode Island.
And like HOAs, fuck security deposits, because you know damn good and well you're not going to get that
Yeah.
back. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't care how nice you kept the place. They're going to find some fucking reason to keep that.
yeah.
To me,
$500.
it's like
They'll make it
nobody.
up.
Yep.
Other movie props.
Ah.
Batarang, obviously that'd be kind of rad.
Oh, yeah. What, which batarang?
Well, I'm not a 66 Batman guy. I'm just going to come out and say it. If I was going to get it, it'd be Keaton all the way. Keaton's my
Yeah.
Batman.
Okay. Yeah.
Keaton's my Batman. That's my Batmobile, my Batwing, my Batman.
Oh, that's an amazing Batwing.
Oh man, that
Yeah.
thing was, the design on that thing was just gnarly. It's the only Batwing I've seen yet that actually looked like it would be functional.
Right?
Yeah.
The rest of them are just like razor sharp, and it's like there ain't no
Yeah.
way that thing would fly, man. The
Yeah.
thing's like tissue paper. There's no way.
Yeah.
That Batwing in the OG Batman '89 Keaton Nicholson movie was just perfect. He did the
Yes.
cool
Yeah,
silhouette in front of the moon and
God.
then dropped back down. The toys, the wonderful toys. as the Joker would say.
The
they had
the
wonderful
clock.
toys.
I do have the pistol.
The clock.
Oh, the
The
grapple
Joker
hook
pistol.
Oh,
No, the
Oh,
Joker,
yeah.
the big
The
long
yeah.
ass
Oh,
Joker. My
nice,
dad bought it for me, and it really shoots.
Wow.
It's a 22 pistol, but it's got
Wow.
like a 3-foot barrel on it. Where you can, and I've been wanting. And I told my nephew, he's in the army. I was like, "We're going to the shooting range. We got to break this thing out." And I sure as shit did. I pull it out of the pants. It's like, and everybody's looking at me. And it's like, like trying to get this thing aimed. Like, are you fucking serious? Got his like Joker cards on the hilt.
That's gonna really mess with the velocity, though.
Oh, you could. I mean, the targeting with that thing is just complete shit. But it's just the novelty of the extra long, and the fact that it is a licensed Joker pistol.
That's awesome.
And the fact that Homer actually found it was even more crazy. My father was like, shopping for guns, and like, I know who would love that. And I'm not even a gun guy, but I love that fucking thing. Can you imagine how dope that'd be if you killed a home intruder with that? Like, did you explain that to the fucking sheriff's deputy? Like, where's the murder weapon? Here, hang on a second. Here, there you go.
I mean, would you have to pull the trigger? I feel like you pull that out. It's very clear.
That's very much a deterrent.
It's the Crocodile Dundee mo. That's not a knife. That's not a gun. This is a gun. Like, fuck this guy, man. Like, I'm out of here. There's no way. But I can't remember who made it or what. But it is an actual pistol and it does fire 22 round, which I wish it was a bigger caliber gun. But yeah, it's awesome.
That's awesome.
It's just sitting out in the toy room too, and I forget. Well, people will bring their kids over, and they're like, "Yeah, can we go upstairs and show the kids all the vintage stuff?" And I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead." And I'm like, "Oh shit, wait a minute, let me go grab that thing real quick." Dad, look at this thing! Wow! Oh shit!
Yeah. No. People always want like the globes from Labyrinth, but I always wanted the clock, the 13-hour clock.
Mm.
Yep.
And that's another one too. I have a real batleth upstairs. It's got like a razor edge on it, and that's the other one. Yeah. Kids always want to like, can I play with it? No.
I wanted that or one of the daggers.
Oh, the Detang knife. Yeah, those things are cool.
That does the little click.
Yeah. And they used to sell those. They had licensed ones, but those are long gone. I haven't seen them in years.
I mean, as a kid, I remember the plastic one, and I was
I've got one of those.
Cool. Yeah.
And I've never found the knife though. I've had friends with them, and I've seen them at like toy and comic shows, but the blades don't retract like they're supposed to, and I'm like, well, that's dumb. I need a house dagger, Klingon dagger.
But it's like I'm trying to think of a bunch of the stuff that I know I've got a bunch of.
I thought about making myself a colander with all the wiring and shit, and did Lois Tully's weird spaghetti helmet.
Yeah. Spaghetti helmet.
Yeah, the little calendar drain thing.
Like spectro analyzers?
Yeah, something like yeah, I think that's what it is.
I'm just going through a Keymaster of Gozer. Are you the gatekeeper? Is this a trick question?
Would you like some coffee? Do I?
Yes, have some. Yes, have some. It's such a great one. Rick Moranis was so underrated in that movie, and originally it was supposed to be John Candy.
Oh, that's right.
And he wanted to have like a weird German accent and two big giant German shepherds, and they were like, "No, we're not going to do that." And then they brought Rick in, and he just knocked it out of the fucking park twice.
Yep.
And it's the biggest bummer about the new films. The only thing they were missing was Louis Tully somewhere. I know he's retired, and I respect it.
He's retired. Well, he retired to take care of his family because his wife
passed
sick.
away. But I mean, he's doing Mint commercials with Ryan Reynolds.
He started doing stuff recently.
I think his kids are grown up now.
Yeah, he said that he hasn't ruled it out. It would just really be a matter of timing. He's like, because I'm not missing time with my family. If there's something special,
a birthday or a holiday or something. Yeah,
we're
not doing that.
But if they need me to film like a couple scenes and it's fly out for the weekend, he's like, I'll do that in a heartbeat.
I'd heard that he had passed on Afterlife and the Frozen Empire because he just said there was no sustenance there. There's no reason for me to be in this other than like, hey, there's Louis Tully and that awesome. I can't blame him for that. It'd just be a cheap pop.
Yeah.
They could have done but I think like Sigourney Weaver even did the end credits scene of Afterlife, which was pretty rad.
Oh yeah.
They got her for a day, and her and her husband Bankman.
Yeah.
And that's what I kind of thought they needed to do with Lewis. Just have the end credit scene be Janine and Lewis still together after all these years.
Yep. Just OTP.
Sitting on the couch, watching
bickering old couple.
Yeah. Like watching The Bachelor or Stranger Things or something.
Should you imagine them watching Stranger
Severance.
Things would be fantastic. Or doing the new commercial or something. Who are you going to call? She's so great.
I love Annie Potts.
We're not moving.
Annie Potts is another underrated character in that movie. Just fantastic. Oh, you know what I would love to have? The glaive from Krull.
Oh,
yes.
God.
I can't even believe I just sat here and slept on that one.
Oh.
The glaive. And most people are probably listening to this like, what the fuck is the Krull? I'm like, if you've not seen that movie, that's like high adventure right there.
Yep.
Liam Neeson's first flick.
Everyone.
Yeah. Liam Neeson,
Robbie Coltrane.
Yeah, man, like everybody was in that. Every British actor that's anything now was in that movie.
That and in Excalibur too.
And then the guy that played the main character, he ended up on Deep
Excalibur.
Space Nine for a couple of seasons.
Yeah, that's right.
Bennington,
that's right.
Commander Bennington, he betrayed Cisco. And I just wish they would have had that somewhere in the foreground somewhere. But
just the glaive.
The glaive sitting around.
Yeah.
If you could have any Marvel prop, what would you want?
Ooh.
Cap shield is big one. Thor's hammer would be pretty rad.
Hawkeye's bow. I mean,
but you'd have to have the arrow quill too.
Yes. The
I think if I could have anything from the X-Men movies, I'd want the optic blast visor.
See, it's
I'm
been
a Cyclops
running through
guy.
my head, and I feel like I would absolutely gravitate toward X-Men.
Yeah, I would want Cyclops' visor. He's my favorite X-Man.
Yeah.
It's a weird choice, I know, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's so nerd." Like Wolverine. Yeah, Wolverine's great.
Wolverine's all right,
but he's overrated.
Yeah.
He's overused.
Yeah, he's overused. Yeah. That's the biggest thing.
Well, so is Deadpool. Deadpool's finally kind of washing out, I think, and Harley Quinn is kind of washed out.
That's
you can still like him, but I mean, he's not everywhere like he was 5 years ago, or especially when Wolverine Deadpool hit. Like you couldn't go anywhere without seeing shirts and everything.
Yeah,
people that didn't even know comic books were like, "I love Deadpool." And like, you don't know anything about it, man.
Right.
It was always funny to me that like they would market Harley Quinn to small young girls, like like, and parents were just kind of all about it too. It's like, you don't understand that character. You're obviously not reading comics.
Well, it was like
20 years ago,
Rev
they did it with Sailor Moon 20 years ago.
Rev your Harley.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if anybody had ever seen an OG, like, Japanese version of Sailor Moon, there was no way you would show that to your daughter. There's no way.
Sailor Moon. I love
Tentacle count.
Multiverse of Madness Xavier chair.
Which was badass. That
Yeah.
I was glad we saw
X-Men
Patrick. I'm glad we saw Patrick Stewart in that.
But I would want that chair.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like John Krasinski playing Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, that was a fan cast.
Right, and that's great because we got it once. You got your taste of what it could have been, and I think Pedro Pascal is going to be awesome.
Oh yeah.
I think you're going to, and that thing in the trailer, that's the comic book. That's the thing in my head that I want to see. Not the over the top 8 foot tall giant fucking.
Yeah.
That's not the thing. That's the Hulk. There's a difference.
Yeah.
But I mean, you go back to the Ang Lee Hulk movie from like 2000, the Eric Bana movie. Like that was just he was way too big for even.
Yeah, well, I think that was an instance of the studio and the director wanting two very different things.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ang Lee was trying to make an art house film, and then Sony was like, "No, you're going to make a big action movie."
Yeah.
Action movie, or a like sad man walking down the road.
Right.
You're just doing this so you can use that again.
The Incredible Meat. It's a great trailer.
He's so proud of it.
I'm proud of him for that. I laugh.
I drew it.
Yeah, that thing was funny. He's got the little backpack. And
he's got the backpack on.
And he's just bobbing his way down the road. I didn't even tell Kelly. I said, "Hey, just look at this and tell me what you think." And she just bust out laughing. She's like, "You guys have too much free time."
I really don't, but I still do it.
It took me what, a half hour?
Yeah, well,
about that,
an hour if you count the half hour of me begging.
Yeah,
please just sketch me a hot dog with a backpack.
Well, I wasn't sure if I could do he wanted it animated. And I'm like, I can't do animation.
And then I said, you don't have to worry about animation.
Then,
I can do the animation.
We can work with what we got. Just make the hot dog.
So I made the hot dog.
Just a sad hot dog.
I drew the hot dog.
The little sad-faced hot dog hitchhiking down the highway. If you haven't seen it, look it up on YouTube or on. Yeah, if Did we upload that thing to Spotify? Because you should.
The episode is up.
I know the episode is up, but just throw that up as its own thing.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's just good. You haven't seen the Incredible Meat trailer. It just sounds so much dirtier when you say it. Any other movie props before we wrap this thing up? Anything that like iconic from a movie that you would have to have?
I can't think of anything, to be honest. That's
Pulse rifle from Alien would be pretty rad.
Yeah.
The giant,
RoboCop's
the power loader would be nice too.
I have a little action figure of the power loader from Hiya Toys. It was pretty cool. It might have been Joy Toy. I can't remember who made it.
RoboCop's gun. Bring it back around.
The EM50 or whatever that thing was. Yeah. So I guess as we sign off, the message to the youth would be get a proton pack and an actual car.
Yeah.
And a glaive.
For
self-defense.
For self-defense. If you own a Cybertruck, get a glaive because you're going to need it. Somebody's going to fuck with you. And you deserve it because you bought that ugly, dumb piece of shit. What's the matter with you? Fuck out of here with that noise. Or that lack of noise, because you wouldn't even hear the Cybertruck guy coming to kick your ass.
Honestly,
it'd be like a phantom just showing up behind me, like, where'd you come from? Just like disperses out of thin air with his silent Cybertruck.
I call it a dumb fuck truck.
It'd be like being attacked by a queef.
I'm gonna go through and compile every Cybertruck shit.
That's just going to be a highlight reel. That's the next commercial. Like, what the fuck is the matter with you? I mean, buy a Tesla, but don't buy a fucking Cybertruck.
I have to admit, the Teslas do have a very nice design to them.
They're cool, and I get it. But again, if like Elon Musk is going to fucking attack me in my sleep, and it's going to be like a silent queef pulling up in the driveway, like, how dare you?
Well, I mean, a queef for a queef.
I'm here.
Yep.
And on that note, kids, enjoy the show. We'll see you next Friday.
Bye.
Peace.